Australia doesn't want international students anymore.
I'm about to leave your Nazi land. You can take my passport away. It says citizen, but it doesn't say second-class citizen. It's supposed to actually say it. Fuck you, Australia.
Many migrants are contemplating leaving Australia due to the proposed immigration rules by certain members of Parliament. These rules aim to impose stricter requirements for student and work visas, making it more challenging for all types of migrants to enter the country.
I don't know whether Border Force is looking at whether those people are permanent residents, if they're citizens, if they're visa holders. If they're visa holders, the visa should be cancelled immediately, and the Minister should be taking that action right now.
Consequently, some are looking into other destinations, feeling that Australia may no longer be a safe option for them.
I'm about to leave your Nazi land. You can take my passport away.
Protests against these new regulations have emerged, with many migrants urging the government to reverse the changes so they can remain in Australia.
No! What do you want? Permanent visa! 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 Wait! Now! Wait! Now! Wait! Now!
Recently, Australia has become a focal point in a contentious debate about immigration policies. The proposed revisions to the immigration framework, particularly the immigration rules, have raised considerable concern among migrants and those considering moving to Australia.
Australia doesn't want international students anymore. They literally wrote, every student that is right now waiting for a visa can withdraw application because most likely they will not meet the new requirements for international students to have approval of the study visa. And what are the new requirements? They didn't post them and they don't plan to publish them anytime soon.
As political pressure mounts for stricter visa requirements, many migrants are evaluating their options and thinking about relocating to more welcoming countries. Australia has long been seen as a land of opportunity, attracting individuals from around the world due to its diverse population, strong economy, and high quality of life. Historically, its immigration policies have aimed to facilitate the entry of skilled workers, international students, and family members of citizens. However, the political landscape has shifted in the past year, with some Parliament members advocating for stricter immigration controls to protect local jobs and resources. The proposed changes would increase the requirements for student and work visas, creating barriers for migrants looking to enter and remain in Australia. Key changes under the immigration rules include tighter student visa requirements. Proposed regulations suggest raising academic and financial standards for international students, potentially discouraging applications and forcing current students to reconsider their status. Stricter work visa regulations. New criteria for work visas, especially for skilled positions, could entail a more rigorous assessment process and higher qualification thresholds. General hardships for all migrants. These regulations may create a challenging environment for all migrants, complicating family reunifications and humanitarian protections. These changes have alarmed the migrant community, with many concerned about a significant decline in newcomers, which could adversely affect Australia's economy and cultural diversity. In response to these proposed rules, protests have erupted in major cities, with demonstrators urging the government to rethink the changes. Social media campaigns have amplified the voices of those feeling threatened by the new regulations. Many personal stories of hardship have surfaced from these protests, highlighting the sacrifices migrants made to come to Australia. For many, the possibility of leaving isn't merely a logistical issue, it signifies a major upheaval. Families who have established their lives in Australia now face the fear of displacement, while students are anxious about their academic futures. The push for stricter immigration policies has sparked a broader discussion about migration's role in Australian society. Supporters of the immigration rules argue that tighter controls are necessary to protect local jobs and effectively allocate resources, asserting that citizens must take precedence in challenging economic times. Conversely, critics maintain that an open immigration policy is crucial for Australia's long-term success. They cite the significant contributions of migrants to the economy, culture, and workforce, noting that many industries rely on skilled migrants and that reduced immigration could worsen labour shortages. Moreover, the concept of Australia as a multicultural society is at stake. The nation has long celebrated its diversity, and many believe that welcoming migrants enriches its social fabric. Stricter immigration rules could alienate entire communities and undermine the values of inclusivity and acceptance. As numerous migrants contemplate leaving, attention shifts to other countries like Canada, New Zealand, and Germany, often viewed as more welcoming alternatives. These nations have immigration systems that prioritize skilled workers and international students, offering pathways to permanent residency and citizenship. Canada, in particular, has emerged as a leader in progressive immigration policies. Its express entry system allows skilled workers to apply for permanent residency through a point system that considers various factors. Canada also actively promotes its multicultural identity, making it an attractive option for those seeking inclusivity. New Zealand is gaining popularity due to its friendly immigration policies and high standard of living, offering various visa categories for skilled workers and students. Germany, with its strong economy and demand for skilled labour, has enacted policies to encourage migration, including the EU Blue Card programme for highly skilled non-EU citizens. The proposed immigration rules have sparked significant debate in Australia, prompting many migrants to consider leaving. As tensions escalate and protests persist, the government must carefully assess the potential repercussions of these changes. While the future of Australia as a welcoming destination for migrants is uncertain, it is evident that a more inclusive approach to immigration is vital for the nation's prosperity. Ultimately, the narrative of migration in Australia embodies resilience and adaptation. As global dynamics evolve, so too must the policies governing human movement. By embracing diversity and recognising migrants' contributions, Australia can continue to thrive as a land of opportunity for future generations.
No! What do you want? Permanent visa! 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 Wait! Now! Wait! Now! Wait! Now!
Australia doesn't want international students anymore. They literally wrote, every student that is right now waiting for a visa can withdraw application because most likely they will not meet the new requirements for international students to have approval of the study visa. And what are the new requirements? They didn't post them and they don't plan to publish them anytime soon.
I don't know where the Border Force is looking at whether those people are permanent residents, if they're citizens, if they're visa holders. If they're visa holders, the visa should be cancelled immediately and the Minister should be taking that action right now.